Lightning time. Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and you don't know who I am, allow me to introduce myself real quick. My name is tutorials. That was a bad one, but you get the idea. I do time-lapse, I shoot the odd storm every now and then. I've got quite a few storms on my YouTube channel. I love them, they're fascinating, they look cool, and every now and then I shoot some lightning bolts as well. I'm going to teach you today how to shoot lightning photos using my way. There's other ways, but I'm teaching you my way because that, in my opinion, is the best way. And the reason it is the best way is because not only will you end up with a cool lightning photo, you will also end up with a cool time-lapse video file. So, lightning. How am I shooting those usually? I pretty much set up a time-lapse and I shoot with an exposure that is as long as possible. So I have a 4-second interval, which means every 4 seconds my camera will take a photo, and then I use an exposure that's as long as it can be, usually about 3 seconds of an exposure, and then a 1 second gap in which the camera writes the photo to the memory card, gets ready, shoots again. 3 out of 4, aka 75% chance of hitting that lightning bolt with pretty much any camera can write that. Some cameras need a longer gap between photos because they don't write away the data fast enough, but that depends on your camera and your memory card, etc. You can push it more to increase your chances of getting a lightning bolt, I guess. But that's usually the way I shoot it. 4 seconds of an interval is a sweet spot. You don't have to stay out for hours and hours and hours to get a time lapse. Say you shoot with a 10-second interval and a 9-second exposure, you'll get more more lightning bolts in your sequence, but your sequence will be way shorter because you're only shooting a photo every 10 seconds as opposed to every 4 seconds. The reason you don't go shorter than that is because your camera probably won't be fast enough. Say you're shooting every second, to then have a 0.6 second of an exposure, yeah, you will end up with a lot of photos, but you probably will be skipping some photos as well because your camera's not fast enough. So to me, the sweet spot is a 4-second interval and then a 3-second or more, depending on the camera, exposure time. Now, this is obviously for at night when it's easy to drag your shutter or extend your shutter speed. What if it's during the day? Well, during the day you can also shoot lightning, obviously. There are those tools like the myopes triggers. I actually don't really know how they work, but they quickly trigger it when the lightning's happening, but that's not ideal. Again, I want to end up with a time-lapse because I do time-lapse most of the time. You're going to use a filter system to extend your exposure. In the daytime, it's too bright. You're going to need sunglasses, sunnies, sunshades, whatever you want to call them, zonnebril, for your camera to extend that exposure. Now, I've made a video a couple years ago and it's still one of my most watched videos every month. It's crazy and it's a crappy vlog. I'm not proud of it, but it talks about really cheap ND neutral density filters for your lens. If you don't want to do that and you want to check out a new filter system, my buddies over at Polar Pro gave me their new filter kit and it's amazing. I love it. I've been using it the last 3 weeks here in Australia and it's really cool. So pretty much it makes everything darker, so you need to bring in more light on your sensor, aka you need to extend your exposure. So a filter system like this makes it possible to shoot lightning during the day as well. Again, my goal is to both have a cool photo of lightning and to also end up with a nice time-lapse because time-lapses are dope. If you want to know how to shoot time-lapses, if you want to know the basics of time-lapse, you can download my free ebook, which is all about the basics of time-lapse shooting and editing. If you want to know more, you can buy my extended book. But yeah, you can start off with a free one. It's a freebie. You sign up to my newsletter by downloading it, and the newsletter is pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. Any other questions, drop them down below. Anything you want to share, really, anything you want to do to help me make this video, get this video with more views. Does that make sense? I'm rambling at the end. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you very soon. Goodbye. Drop a comment if you have any other tutorials that you would like to see me make, because I like making tutorials. I've done some sponsored videos the last couple of weeks and I'm glad to have those out there because I can focus more on non-sponsored content, which is just doing whatever I want to do. So any suggestions, drop them down below. If you want to support the channel, check out Patreon.